Hi, everybody. Welcome to our course, Ling11. My name is Sally Potter, and I'll be your instructor. Since today is Friday, I am posting an announcement for you and also making your assignments for next week available. So since it's our very first Friday, I do have a few things to show you besides just our assignments. I want to kind of show you around our front page and show you everything that's there and what you should look for, and then also walk you through the assignments for the first week. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our homepage first. So when you log in, you're going to see different things on the homepage. Every week I will change it depending on what our topic is, if we have any special assignments that are coming up. And so do always check out the homepage. Right now, we're just have some introductory information up there and just a real short, fun little video from Snoop Dogg. I do have these buttons here that will be here for the entire semester. This is information about me, how to reach me, how to contact me, where I am, and then about my communication policy, how you can expect to contact me. And I have information about office hours. What are office hours if you're not familiar with that, and how you can get a hold of me when you need to get a hold of me. And then I also have just a list of some FAQs here. So do check those out. Make sure that you've given those a scan and that you understand everything. There's not a huge amount. For the Canvas help, this is just in case you get stuck and you need to troubleshoot something. I don't want anybody just, wasting any hours trying to get a hold of the help desk. I know that they're super busy right now and it's really hard to get a hold of them. So before you try anything like that, go here. One thing that you should always remember is for Canvas, do not use Internet Explorer. Use Safari if you are using a Mac, or use Chrome or Firefox, okay? But don't use Internet Explorer. It does not work very well. And then I do also have information here about past tutoring. So I will be talking about this more. We are fortunate that we have an embedded past tutor that is in our class, and she's wonderful. She was in my classes last semester. I'll be talking about her more. Her name is Ayat, and she can help you out. But go into the information about PASS, check it out, see what they have there and what you can do. Basically, she will be keeping up with all of our assignments. So when you go into the PASS Center, which is basically just a Zoom link, when you go there to meet with her, she has all the background. She knows all the assignments and knows what I expect for my class. So it's really easy to get help from her because she kind of already knows the background information. However, if she is not there, if the only time that you can go is a time that she is not does not have her hours, then you can ask for help from anyone. So she does post her notes up on a Google Drive, and all of the tutors have access to them. So anyone should be able to help you in a pinch. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the assignments. And so you go into the modules and you can go ahead and start where it says start here. And just a couple of things to do before you start to actually get into the assignments. I would like you to take a look at your notification preferences, okay? So I have some suggestions for you. I do know that the default for Canvas is that you get a lot of emails to your Fresno City College inbox, and it can get overwhelming. They send you all kinds of emails on everything. So if you feel that it's too much, and sometimes when you get too many emails, you tend to miss important ones, you can turn those off. So I would really recommend having announcements and conversations clicked on. But other than that, probably nothing else other than if you choose it. So take a good look at those. And then there's also a way to add additional contact methods. So they're always going to go to your Fresno City email, but if you want to add another email address like a Gmail, or if you actually want to get notifications in addition sent to your cell phone, as a text message, you can do that as well. Those are options, but that's up to you. Whatever you think is going to be convenient, and you can always try it for a while, and if it gets too annoying, then you can go back and turn it off. And then please add a profile picture. It's just really nice to be able to see your face, and it's easier for me to get to know you, and it's easier for us all to get to know each other. We are really going to get to know each other well on the discussions in this class, so it's a kind of a head start, kind of a cheer way for us to learn each other's names. Okay. And then we're going to just use the next button to work our way through the module. And we've got the syllabus quiz here, just 6 questions, and you are allowed 3 attempts. So what that means is that you get 3 tries, and whatever your highest score is, that is going to be your grade for the quiz. So take it until you get 6. Okay, everybody should be getting full points for this quiz. And then that takes us actually into the beginning of the next module. This is for week 1. So I have the list of objectives here, and then the list of tasks. And so the first thing is our syllabus quiz that was the previous thing. It's a little bit weird because we have the orientation module. Usually it's just one single module, but I wanted to include it in case anyone missed that the first week, because it technically is the first week. Okay, and then the second item is the introduction discussion. And I do use this discussion as sort of my attendance for the first day to see, or the first week, to see who is checked into the class. So this discussion above other assignments is really important. So if you intend to stay in the class, please do complete this. Okay. And then this takes us into the discussion, and let me show you what it looks like. So what I have here is actually a short chapter from an Intro to Linguistics textbook that I've given you, and it's pretty short. It's just like 2.5 pages. It's really just an introduction to a textbook. And I putting this here because a lot of times students, when they enter the class, they know that linguistics is the study of language, but exactly what that is, they're not really sure. A lot of students think it's kind of going to be like an English class, or kind of like a grammar class, or maybe a writing class. But other than that, they just don't really know what we mean by study of language. Language is just such a big part of everything that we do as humans. It's part of all of our thoughts and our interactions, even when we're just by ourselves. So it's really hard to almost kind of separate it. But as we start getting into these topics, and especially as we start digging down into how they apply to language acquisition, and how they apply to learning to read and emerging reading, and topics that have to do with classroom teaching, we're going to get into some really specific details of the class, and I think you're going to find it really interesting. But to kind of get a start, to kind of get an overview for these first couple of weeks, what we have to do here is really just take an overview of, what do we mean by linguistics? What is language? What is that? And so that's what we're kind of starting with here. So I'd like you to read through this chapter, and then I have some questions for you to answer. Some of them are really just introductory questions, or one of them is just, kind of introducing yourself and your teaching plans, teaching goals. But then I have some other questions for you about what you read, anything that surprised you. And then this is also a place for you to ask me questions. So I will be responding to each and every one of you and welcoming you to the class. And then you should also do 2 replies to classmates as well. And I have the instructions here for that. Okay, and then to post your replies, I do have a tutorial here if you're not familiar with that. Or you can just hit the reply, and then you type in the text box, And once your classmates have posted their replies, then there will be a little reply button underneath each of their posts. And so to reply to them, you should hit that button to respond directly to them. And then that takes us to the end of week 1. And so just looking at the summary page, when you get to the end, just make sure that you've completed the syllabus quiz, you've got the maximum points, you've taken all of your attempts, and that you've done all 3 of your posts, so your original post and your 2 replies on the introduction discussion board. Okay, and that takes us to the end of this little introduction walkthrough. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything. I will be around all weekend. I'm available to answer text messages, emails. I'm going to be pretty fast at emails this weekend because I'll be home. So just let me know if anything comes up. And I hope that you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great first week of classes. And I will be talking to you in the discussion board. All right. Bye-bye.